Who is the Antichrist? What does Scripture tell us about the Antichrist? Let us break down for you the top 5 verses about the Antichrist and their role in the last days. Number 1. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verses 3 and 4. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Do not think it a strange thing that when the disciples of Jesus asked for the signs of his coming and the end of the world, the first thing Jesus remarks is, "Take heed that no man deceives you." It is the endless work of the agents of the enemy to try to beguile as many as possible into idolatry, so they miss the great reward that God has for them for eternity. The devil knows what he lost and is on a mission to make you lose it as well. The apostasy within the church will need to reach its climax before God gathers all those committed to him. Leaders in the church will turn to fables, closing their ears to truth. False prophets arise, leading sheep astray. A widespread spiritual rebellion will take place. The man of sin will finally be revealed, the one destined for the great lake of fire, the one that opposes the law of God, the one that demands the worship of an entire planet. Such arrogance and blasphemy on the part of this character. The wicked one sits and demands worship of himself in a place that is actually devoted to the worship of the true God. The children of disobedience will continue to be affected by Antichrist's determination to finish the uprising he started in heaven. The same power in the last days that will be transformed into an angel of light, carrying out his final deception. Number 2. 2 John 7. For many deceivers are entered into the world who confess not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh. This is a deceiver and an antichrist. How can the greatness of Jesus Christ be denied? It first starts with not believing that Jesus came in the flesh. But once again, all the signs were present. The prophecy predictions were to the point. The miracles performed were life-changing, but the Antichrist will not acknowledge the truth of the Son of God. The Antichrist desires the place of God. Their pride and subordination reflects the father of lies, the devil, and aligns with the sophistries the enemy is trafficking. The Antichrist is. Number 3. Daniel chapter 7, verse 21. I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints, and prevailed against them. The book of Daniel is the first volume of the Bible that reveals major global prophetic events of the past and future. Here in chapter 7, Daniel is given a dream of 4 beasts, and the 4th beast is described as having a little horn with a mouth speaking great things. Through further study of world history, the 4th beast is indicative of the Roman Empire. During a period within Christianity known as the Dark Ages, Christians were being persecuted by the Church of Rome through the papal institution. People just wanted to worship the God of heaven and earth, but the Antichrist power waged war on their allegiance and prevailed against the saints of God. The papacy is said to have been responsible for the massacre of 50 million Protestant Christians from the start of papal domination beginning in AD 538. The slain saints have their reward waiting at the return of Jesus Christ, while the Antichrist and his followers will receive the wrath of God. Number 4. Revelation chapter 13, verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. The book of Revelation is the second volume of the Bible that reveals and confirms the major global prophetic events from the past and future. God has endeavored to enlighten every soul on this planet. Jesus came into a world of darkness to provide light, but the spirit of Antichrist rejected the true light. The wisdom of God makes one wise, and God, through John, says, "You can understand who the Antichrist is because it is the number of the man, 666. The consensus among scholars is that the numbers represent vicarius, filii, Dei, meaning vicar of the Son of God, one of the titles for the Pope of Rome. The numerical value in Latin of the letters of this title totals 666, as can be seen here. It is important to realize that God refers to the Catholic Church as Babylon, not the people. Although the number 666 is not directly referring to Satan, it is strongly associated with him because it originates from pagan worship in Babylon. Because of this, the Catholic Church has metaphorically turned into Babylon, which is why the Antichrist, who is at the head of this authority, is represented by the number 666. Number 5. 1 John chapter 4, verse 3. And every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world. The Antichrist is the fourth beast power. The Antichrist is the Roman Catholic Church. The Antichrist is the Pope. The Antichrist is already in the world because the Antichrist began with Satan himself. You are either with God or you're against God. The only way to be with God is through accepting his Son, the Messiah, the Christ. God created Lucifer, the light bearer. Lucifer then created Satan, the Antichrist, the one trying to ascend to the throne of God, the one trying to throw down the government of God, the one trying to get rid of Jesus Christ, who is God himself. And those that do not accept Jesus Christ as the Son of God have the spirit of Antichrist. The Antichrist is now already here in this world, perhaps closer than you think. The Antichrist is against the government of God, and every government has laws. Will you accept and respect the commandments of God, or will you reject them in favor of possessing the spirit of Antichrist? Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for more relevant scriptures that are essential for the times we live in. Pray for others and pray for yourself, and as always, don't be a fool. Use your tool.